between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
The play fake, and now Heineke. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Off the play fake, Heineke. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw again on second down. Heineke. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They're such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the shotgun, it's Heineke. And that will be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Garabay's kick is good, and the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for it, both inside and on the perimeter.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 16. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Another run here with Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Hurts. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this 1st quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, They go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go play action. Now Heineke. And his throw here's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now Heineke. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Cowboys 3, Eagles 0.
Into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Warriors 17.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Right where they set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
19, Tiger, 19.
Throwing is Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Hey, check that, street.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The Eagles had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road, but now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Come on.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
13, 5 here.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. Here's Aaron Siposs out now to punt on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Play action now. Here's Heineke. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Heineke now from the 50. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. Hunter Nicewander on to punt now on 4th down. Jabril Peppers deep to receive. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Hurts sets up to throw it. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. Yeah, no question, he got to the QB late, CD, and that's going to get a flag every time.
Every single time. Because let's face it, the league is always going to have an emphasis on these calls. They want to take care of these quarterbacks who are in vulnerable positions when they're passing the football.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Garibay on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Cowboys 17, Eagles 0.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Their catch, 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ready?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals. Cougar 19. 79 Broncos.
Back to throw here. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Ready?
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Pass to 60. Ready?
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That swung out wide to Sanders. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Out route pass complete to Goddard. Touchdown, Eagles! Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room. On play action, Heineke. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. It's caught inside the 25. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
First down, Cowboys.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Heineke. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Heineke to throw it. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, they'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. No doubt about it, a really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Watkins. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
19, 18, cut 19, cut 19.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Hat the street, hat the street. Ready?
Running right, here's Sanders. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Ready, break! 19, Tiger, 19, Mustang 19!
They'll run with Sanders. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Check mash, check mash. Ready?
Sanders again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Pollard again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Heineke. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Heineke now on 2nd down. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Heineke. It's caught. Tolbert. A little juke. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
Inside give to Elliott. And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Down right around the 25. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
They'll go with a keeper. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's going to take this close to the 1st down marker as he's stopped at the Eagles' 13-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cowboys are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Fair catch. They're going to the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they're going to try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Cougar 19. Hurt.
Another run here with Sanders. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. 1st down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. And they will take a knee here. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And they take a knee. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here comes Peppers. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us?
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. We look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, that's to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Dallas, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try again next week at home against New England.